Even I start and up if you feel it.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Amir's journey. In this video I'm going to explain how I survived boarding school in a Zambian government school. Yep, let's get into it. So, I was in high school from 2011 to 2013. That's when I completed my high school. So, I'll tell you about my experience. But the most interesting experience was grade 10, when you're the lowest grade. So my high school was from grade 10 to grade 12. But now they changed stuff, so now it's from grade 8 to 12, and the only boys. By the time I was there, it was mixed. But they might introduce the girls again, maybe. First thing that you experience when you get there is the arrival. I'll call this first part. I'm going to do multiple parts for this video. I'm going to call the first part the arrival. The arrival. So this is usually February, March, somewhere there. That's when grade 10s go to school, like for the first term. Because in my country, an academic year has 3 terms. So that's like from January to April. Then you get then April is a holiday. Then it goes from May to August. Then September to December. That's how the academic year is. So grade 10, you arrive in the school somewhere in February, mid-February, because the previous year when you're in grade 9, you have to do exams for you to go into grade 10, to go into high school. So that's junior. For you to move from junior high school to high school, you have to do exams when you're in grade 9. Then your results come out somewhere, I think in January, December, January, somewhere there. But now it's changed. The exam results come out quite early now. So you arrive at school by the administration, and you're greeted by lots of people. That people will show you around. They help you with the process. Usually grade 11s, and sometimes the grade 12s who you find there, they'll help you around, show you to your dorms and everything. When you arrive, like, you don't really do much. You just have to attend your classes. There's orientation. You go around the school, like, you're just comfortable. That period is called grace period. It's about 2 weeks grace period. You don't do any work. You're just comfortable. You live like a king. All you have to do is eat, go to class, sleep, repeat. Yeah. Then after grace period, that's when things get interesting. So what happens after grace period is you begin to work. You get to know the hierarchy. You get to know that you as a grade 10, you're the lowest in the hierarchy. I remember they used to call us GIOs, genetically inferior organisms. Like grade 10, that's what we're being called. So at that point now you begin to work. You're given work to do. So how it is at my school is like how it was at my school. I think they changed a lot since I left. So how it was is the first rank, like the highest level for the prefects, like dorm level. I'm like talking dorm level. So there were different dorms which represented different houses. So like there were houses 1 to 8, and each of them had 2 or 3 wings. So I was a house 8 member, which only had 3 wings, 2 for guys and 1 for the girls. Yeah. So how it was is the first rank you have is the house captain, him and his vice. Then you have the wing captains. After wing captains, you have the dome captains. Then the dome captains were either grade 11s or grade 10s. Then you had the ordinary grade 10 like me. I was neither dome captain or whatever, just like an ordinary grade 10. Like I was the cheap labor there. So then your work would be divided into different portions. Like that people would work outside. We would work 3 or 4 times a day. So in the morning when you wake up, you clean your portion, either if you're working outside or inside. Or the ABs, the ablution block. The ablution block was the nastiest place to work because those toilets were disgusting and they never used to flush. So we had to, That was the dirtiest place to work. The AB. And the thing is, there were a lot of... they used to cut the water. Like usually, the morning, water would be there like, I think from 5 to about 7, 8, 9. Then, I think the whole morning there would be water. But then in the afternoon, there was no water. Like, no water. So, that place was bad. Working in the ABs was bad. So the ablution block was divided by 2 houses. Like for my house, it was house 8. And there was another dorm just on the other side of the AB. I'm going to show you a small sketch of how it used to be. So according to that sketch, you can see this house, another house in front, another dorm in front, then the AB is in between, then my dorm is there. So the AB would be divided according to the number of pots. We used to call them pots, like the toilets. The pots, according to the number of pots. So if, let's say, the ablution has 10 blocks, meaning 5 belong to my house, 5 belong to the other house. That's how it used to be. And man, that place was really dirty and disgusting. Then also during the first week, grade 10s were being stolen. Let's say you belong to house 2. Then when you arrive in school, because you're clueless, you don't know anything about what was happening or what happened in school. You don't know like what is what, you don't know which place is where. So the guys who used to take advantage, they would steal grade 10s. Like I say, you belong in house 2, right? And they take you to house 5. So you become a member of house 5. Then maybe after a few years, maybe in grade 11 or grade 12, you discover that you actually belong to house 5, not house 2, where you've been living and cleaning and working all that time since you arrived. So they used to steal. Then also, grade 10s were always targets. Like you get the, like you got everything you have is new, You got new everything, new shoes.
Hold up! I smell new shoes!
Oh, me!
New clothes, new uniforms, new everything. Yo, they used to steal. Like, you find they'll steal your shirt because it's new and still white. Because our uniform was white and grey with a blue tie. They steal everything. Like, they steal your new trousers, they'll steal your new shirt, they'll steal your new tie, that kind of thing. Like, yo, what you gonna do about it? And only people would steal probably grade 11s and grade 12s. Most of the time it was grade 12s. To those steal stuff. So make sure you had to put some graffiti on it and your jersey. They steal anything, jerseys, anything. They used to steal those guys. At my high school, every year, the 3rd term, somewhere October, November, somewhere there would be awards. So there would be awards for the cleanest dorm and the cleanest preventive maintenance space. So there were areas around school that each house was assigned to clean every Thursday. Then after that, teachers or prefects would go through and give them points, give each house points according to how well they cleaned. So there was something we called dealing. It was just stealing because we would wake up, or the dorm captains would wake us up maybe at 2 or 3 a.m. to go to other dorms and steal brooms, mops, and buckets, any tool. So we used to do that. Like, you steal from another house means that disadvantage. Me, if they were supposed to clean something, they wouldn't clean it that well. So the thing is, if I stole a broom from a different house, even though it's written house 5 or it's put the name on it, whatever, as long as I have that broom, it belongs to my house. The only way you can get it back is if you store it back. So that's how it was. Then also, we used to steal because of the inspections, the dorm inspections. Every Saturday, there used to be inspections. So you'd find every Friday around midnight, we would go out and steal tools so that we make sure the other houses don't have enough tools and we have the best tools and we clean and make it worth. So Friday afternoons were for preparations. So we would scrub the floors. I never know some of the work we used to scrub the floors. Scrub until like those concrete floors, I used to scrub them until they shine, Just some crazy stuff. Scrub the floors, you scrub, you mop, everything. Same thing with flowers and the outside portions we used to clean up. Then on Saturday morning, we'll just do less work, clean up, make everything look presentable, then wait, then we get the inspectors, prefects and teachers come and inspect, give us points. Then Monday morning during the school assembly, they would announce the results from the dirtiest house to the cleanest house. Then most of the time, the dirtiest house you won't go for class that day. You go back to dorms and you're gonna work. Okay, it depends on your prefects and on your house captains. That's how it was. So you go back to your dorms and you work, you scrub, you do everything. And most of the times it's just grade 11s and grade 10s. We used to go through that on Monday mornings. Grade 12s were like untouchable most of the time. And teachers too were part of this cheap labor force. I remember when I was in grade 10, because I did metalwork. So one of our metalwork teacher at the time was like, he invited us to the workshop. And in the workshop there were new chairs that were just fabricated, like made out of metal chairs, and they needed painting. So he called all his grade 10 classes, the classes that he used to teach metalwork. He called us out to go and paint the chairs, you know. And that day I got smacked. So it was more like he called us out there, then just to paint chairs, and said, don't spill any paint, like any droplets, whatever, don't spill. So I get the brush and I did like, you know, it was still wet and it was dripping, so I was painting. And I looked, and this man smacked me up.
If you're not that under pay for feeling.
Few minutes later, someone else did the same thing. Smacked. No, it was just like cheap labor. Cheap labor. Yeah. So this is just the first part, the arrival. We just get to know the school. The next part I'm gonna do is about the food. So remember to like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this video. And I'll catch you on my next video. Peace.